What is up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog, guys. Today we're gonna do something I don't do often enough. We're just gonna drive today, and we're gonna drive a car that I don't drive enough of. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel I need a little bit of therapy with this car. Let me show you what it is. Boom! It's the Traxxas Xmaxx. So I had a comment the other day talking about how I don't ever run my really cool bodies on this car. Yeah, I don't. It's like my promo body. So like in the parade, I'll run them. Whenever I go to like events, I'll put it on the car and then display it. I'm also not running my really cool beadlocks with the green rings, mainly because those Pro Line tires, they're the MX43s, the Badland MX43s. They're great tires, but they're heavy. And for this car, you don't want a super heavy tire. You want less rotating mass because it's big and it will overheat. But yeah, I don't drive this car enough. But today I'm going to tell you guys, we're going to talk about it while I drive it. Basically, I'm going to tell you the 5 things I dislike about this car. I was going to say hate, but I don't hate anything. And at the end of the day, full disclosure, this is still one of my favorite cars that Traxxas have released. It is an absolute beast. I love this car. And the fact that I feel deprived of driving it and I feel like I need to drive right now, it's just been so long, is proof that this car is up there in regards to my favorites, right under that, the E-Revo. So, all right, let's get to driving this thing. The other thing I get to test out today is that beautiful steering wheel. I love this thing. A big shout out to Greg for making these. Look at this. But then you don't have to, if you're done using the thumb thing, you don't have to take it off. It stays on there and it's easy to, oh man. I'm a big fan of this steering wheel and it looks sharp. Man, it looks real good. So I would say the first thing I really don't like about it is I feel like it fell a little short with the power system. So like you can put that Hobby Wing fist scale power system in this thing and it's like ballistic fast, like standing backflips. Why this brushless system isn't as awesome as that one is beyond me. Like I feel like it's not that much. Even on 8S, it's a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like it's enough where it's a lot of fun, but I feel like they left a lot of improvement there, and they left a lot of speed on the table by not doing something ballistic. So that's probably the first thing I dislike about this car. The next thing is the steering servo. So the steering servo is actually the first thing I blew up on this car, and it comes with the fifth scale steering servo. So it's a big steering servo, and it's so big, like you think they would make a better one. They do have an upgraded one with metal gears. Like why they didn't put that thing in here right off the bat. I mean, this is the most expensive car Traxxas owns, or not owns, but sells. And they didn't put a bigger servo in it. So the first thing I blew on this car was the servo. And that says a lot because I beat mine up pretty good and nothing broke. Like it is an absolute tank, but the servo, it sucks. I ended up putting the 400 ounce servo with the adapter. So basically a normal standard size servo with adapter, and it's working really well. But why didn't they just put the Metal Gear servo in there, or maybe that 400 ounce servo in there? I don't know. I feel like that could have been improved for sure. The third thing is I feel like the tires, they're just not where they need to be. There's just not very many options. So the tires that come on it, I feel like are the best tires to actually run if you're actually going to run the car. Pro Line makes some really cool tires. They make the MX43 Badlands, which I have, and then they make another one. They make a trencher. So the MX43 Badlands are already heavier than the stock ones. This car is so big, you want less rotating mass for it to perform really well. Anytime I run the MX43s, if I do anything more than half a battery pack, it definitely overheats. So there's not very many tire options. The trenchers are even bigger than the MX43 Badlands, so I wouldn't even run that on my truck. If it was like strictly display truck, a shelf truck, I might put the trenchers on there, but they're huge and they look really cool. But geez, I feel like there's not very many tire options. I wish they made a big tire that was lighter with less rotating mass that maybe lasts. I know that sounds like kind of a stretch, like a dream, but yeah, the tire situation, not the best. Fourth, I would say the battery options. So there's really only one option you have in this truck. Actually 2, but the other one isn't that great. You have running 2 3S5000s or 2 4S 6700s by Traxxas. Now you're probably asking, why don't you run an aftermarket battery? Well, the reason why you don't run an aftermarket battery on a Traxxas car is because as soon as you take those connectors off of your electronics, it voids the warranty. Again, I'm kind of a Boy Scout when it comes to following rules, so I don't want to avoid warranty. I'm not going to take those connectors off. I guess you could build adapters, but the batteries that are made for it are those two, the 5000 Traxxas and the 6700 Traxxas. And that's not very many options. So if you get the 6700 Traxxas batteries, they're not cheap. And if you don't run it for 30, 45 minutes, it's gonna take you forever to put it in storage mode because there's so many milliamps that thing. Those things last forever. Like, I can shoot this whole video no problem, drive in here for like 45 minutes. I don't think I've ever ran down the Traxxas 6700 milliamp batteries. Those are the 4S, that makes it 8S. They're awesome, but they're a lot. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, you go out, you charge up all these 6700s all the way up, 4S batteries, and you break within 5 minutes, which that hasn't happened, but let's say something happens, it rains, something happens, you can't run them. To discharge them, to put them in storage mode, it takes forever, like forever. And yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't run that long. When I run, I probably run 20, 30 minutes, and I probably won't even run these batteries all the way down. So yeah, the battery options kind of stink. So the last thing, and probably the most important reason why I don't drive this as often as I do, is it's so big, it's seriously dangerous, guys. Like, I've run into my shin on accident, like just going through the house and like accidentally tapping the brake and it hit my shin, and it hurt super bad. If I'm out with my boys, or I let one of my boys drive and they hit one of their friends or me or themselves, it's doing damage, guys. This thing is huge. Like, you really have to have a peace of mind, and you really have to know what you're doing when you drive this car, because you don't want to hit anyone. It's not only going to hurt somebody, but if it hits a car, like if it loses control and hits a car, it's going to do a lot of damage to a car. It's a big freaking car, and it's kind of dangerous. Now, with all that said, if you're a driver and you're cautious, you're not driving like an idiot, I mean, yeah, you'll be perfectly fine. For the most part, when I drive mine, it's out in the middle of the field, away from everybody, away from other people, and I don't do anything super crazy. So you just got to be responsible with it. But I do feel like, and to me, that's the most important thing about the Xmaxx, is it's kind of dangerous. So at the end of the day, guys, the car's awesome. I mean, I'm really grasping for straws trying to make an excuse on why I don't like it. I really do like the car for the most part. There's really nothing wrong with it. I guess just those 5 things, and it's kind of expensive, but I do feel like you get what you pay for with this car. And I feel like every RC enthusiast, if you're a true RC enthusiast, especially an RC car enthusiast, you need that beast, because it really is one of a kind, and it is an awesome truck. Well, I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.